Hello, welcome to the Slow Down Weather Alert as we enter our first heat wave of the year. Sorry I got back late. That's going to be happening because I want to avoid this area as much as I possibly can because it's absolutely stifling here in Mineola. We did have some help today from a little more of a potent rain system. You see there's an issue with the satellite imagery there, but a lot of haze, a lot of bad air quality, maybe a little smoke, and also ozone. You can see, and just run this here just to show you. There's the ridge, the ridge of heat that's going to be dominating our weather. I still see that there's wildfires going on in Utah. Again, some smoke over there, and it's pretty brutal out there. So we've got that excessive heat warning for the inland areas, but just a heat advisory for Long Island. And it all depends on the winds and what happened today. Obviously, it's a very warm night out there. And very interesting weather that we had today. As far as, well, first we're going to go over the we'll go over what happened earlier today. I'll just look at the Ventu Sky radar, and then we'll show you what we had this morning. So we had a little more of an area of rain that actually moved over us in the morning. That kept temperatures that kept us from heating up. The rain and the clouds kind of kept us from reaching the maximums that we could have reached today, i.e. the mid-90s. We still made it to the 90, I think. 82, that's northbound one. Let's find Farmingdale here. It's 82 at Farmingdale. The dew point is 73. Absolutely stifling. But if you're at the beach, it's much better. 74, 73 at Gilgo. So much better. If you're right, you got to be right at the beach. Or even the South Shore is a little bit better, but it's very, very warm inland. And I'll just show you what we were dealing with today, and show you the difference here between Belmore and Jones Beach. So this was Belmore. It was 89 degrees, and then at Jones Beach, it was 80.8. It was still around 80 at the beach. We had like a west-southwest wind, but something very interesting happened. Right around, I would say, 8 o'clock or so, the winds went from west-southwest to southwest, and the temperature dropped from 80.8 to, I'll just say 80. It dropped from 80 to 73. And it literally felt like somebody just put the air conditioner on. It felt wonderful. Because there was like a bit of a bay breeze at the beach, so it kept us cooler. But then when that sea breeze really kicked in, the temperature really dropped. It was very dramatic, and I'll have to look and see if we can find the signature of that. But, of course, once I got back to Mineola, back into the hell that is Mineola. 86 degrees here in Mineola. The alley is the same, about 86. So,
I hate this place!
Hell here. 85 at Central Park. You go further out east. Let's see, Islip's 81. Very warm even for this hour night. Kabreski Airport 75. Those dew points are very high, though, into the 70s. So you're definitely feeling that humidity tonight. Looking at the highs across Long Island, yeah, around 90. Islip got to 91. 92 at West Hampton. 90 at Farmingdale. So pretty much right around 90 degrees. Only the Forks were able to escape the 90s. 90s in Connecticut, upper 80s in the city. And the clouds hung around a little more in Jersey, so I actually was a little bit cooler there. Mid to upper 80s, and maybe 190-degree reading, but other than that, let's look at the rainfall that we got today, because we did get some rain today. Not a lot, but we did get some rain from those showers, tenth of an inch or so, and they did produce a lot of severe weather in western New York too. They've had a very big severe event up there. That was coming down from Ottawa that affected them, but for us, we just had the rain. Looking at our climate statistics for today, let's see, Islip had a high of 90 and a low of 72, and that's 10 degrees above normal for the day. So yeah, very, very much above normal. And just showing you, we did have some. Look at, there was some cumulonimbus development. Maybe that's one scattered shower off to the west, viewed from Jones Beach. There's that hazy sun. Here it is again, really hazy looking sun right there. And there's definitely some smoke, and the air quality is not good. And yeah, the ocean It's very nice once you're at the beach. It was just wonderful. It was, especially once that breeze kicked in, it was just really, really just amazing. It really took the. It's like somebody just put the air conditioner on. We do have moderate air quality in effect right now. You can see that moderate air quality. So I think we have an air quality alert in effect as well. Yeah, there is an air quality alert in effect. So no surprise. We got some ozone and some wildfire smoke. Perhaps a mix of both. Though I think it's more ozone than wildfire smoke this time. But the haze is definitely causing an effect on the way the sun looks for sure, and making it really, really all right. So we'll get to the smoke in a moment here, but let's talk about the heat that we've got. So we got the ridge that's going to be over us this week. That's going to be bringing our first heat wave, and you can see the optimal position of the ridge right over the southwest there, which gives us pumps the heat up the east coast. And that heat will be with us all week long in varying degrees. And it's not until we get toward maybe the latter part of the week that we start to see like a backdoor front try to make it through. That could touch off some thunderstorm activity on Thursday, perhaps Friday as well. And the weekend, we may still be dealing with some kind of front in the area, perhaps. No real strong cold front to sweep this hot air away that we're dealing with right now. And if we look at our temperature anomaly chart here, you'll see we'll be well above normal in the east all week long. Be warm, and then maybe it gets a little cooler toward the weekend, perhaps. But no, it still has above normal over us, so we're staying warm all week long. All right. So let's go to the HRRR and show you what we're going to be dealing with as we head into tomorrow. Dew points and wind flow. Obviously, the killer west wind today. And tomorrow we're going to start off with actually a killer west wind that's going to turn to the north in the morning and then become a little more southerly by the afternoon. And that should hopefully provide a little more of a cooling effect, especially on the south shore, but it's still going to be very, very humid. And then as we head into Tuesday, the winds go more westerly, and you see that more westerly flow. There might be a sea breeze at the beach, but that westerly flow, oddly enough, we're seeing some compression here. That's where the dew points drop a little bit. That could be some really... Tuesday is going to be the hottest day of this heat wave. Lows tonight will be low. The alley ain't going below 80. Maybe some of you will have 70s. We're hitting the 90s again tomorrow, I think. Probably low 90s across central Long Island and the North Shore, mid 90s in the Jersey and the city. And then there'll be a sea breeze in the afternoon that'll hopefully help the South Shore out, especially the South Shore. That's where you want to be. Temperatures don't really drop that much again. It's only 70s. Probably the alley won't go below 80. And then Tuesday's your hottest day. This is the day where we might even see, I see 100 degrees on the map. We could see 100 degrees in the city and maybe even parts of Nassau County. New Jersey could get to 100 or above. And much of Long Island will be in the 90s. On 100. Only relief, maybe right at the immediate beach. It's going to be very hot. Tuesday is going to be the worst day of it. If we want to go beyond that, looking at the European here. It does look similar for Wednesday. The European also showing close to 100, ranging from the North Shore into the city, into Jersey, could be above 100. And looking at these dew points again. High humidity, and you can see the killer west wind again right there on your Wednesday. So every day is going to be really hot. If you don't have to go outside, don't. But if you like going outside, go to the beach, be on the South Shore, and I mean right on the beach. Even if you go inland, like by Sunrise Highway, it already gets hot. So you got to be really right on the beach. So looking a little further, you can see there's like a backdoor cold front that tries to come through. Thursday into Friday. This is what happens when you don't have a jet stream, a weak jet stream. You've got a backdoor cold front that comes through and maybe tries to bring some relief by Thursday into Friday. But I'm not really going to be focused too much on that in this update. Just the next couple of days. The worst of the heat, obviously, is going to be with us here. As far as precipitation goes, I'll go back to the HRRR. I don't think we'll see any much of any precipitation with that strong high around. Showing maybe a little scattered activity tonight. Nothing tomorrow. It's showing a little scattered activity maybe early Tuesday morning. There could be some possible pop-up shower thunderstorm, perhaps, when you're in this kind of air mass. It's always possible. Um, but I don't think we have anything severe here, though it is showing Cape, but again, without any real mechanism to really exploit that, I don't really think we're going to see any severe weather out of this. Storm Prediction Center, I'll just go look at that, see if they have anything for our area here. I don't see any shading in our area, so I don't think we're going to be too concerned about any severe thunderstorms. There could still be a pop-up, perhaps. When you're in an air mass like this, you just never know. You have that extreme heat that we're going to be dealing with here. Vertically integrated smoke. We'll go ahead and look at this. Does show some of it around tomorrow, so there could be some haze in the air. A little less maybe on Tuesday, but still showing some near surface. No, there's none near surface. So all the haze, if there's any smoke, it's mainly aloft. I think it's more of an ozone issue this time because of the extreme heat that we have going on. Yeah. So go to Vent to Sky. I'll just again visualize this heat. Take a closer look at visualizing this heat as we head into tomorrow, and you'll see inland here. And again, this is starting off tomorrow. You can see northwest winds to start, and that means it's going to get hot. I think a lot of areas could see mid-90s perhaps. Tomorrow is going to be brutal, but then I think once we get toward the afternoon, that's when we start seeing that sea breeze kick in and lower the temperatures. But tomorrow is going to be hotter than today because we're going to have more in the way of, so I forgot to look at the cloud on the model, so we'll look at that. You can see the heat here, very hot, and then as we make it into Tuesday, this is when things heat up even more. It's showing 100 degrees. So we could definitely see 100 degrees, our first 100-degree reading on Tuesday, perhaps, for our area. And again, if you're at the beach, it could be a lot cooler. So be right at the beach. The best place to be, beach and east. All right. So east, from Robert Moses on Eastwood, that's where you're going to get the best breeze. But yeah, look at these temperatures. This is incredible. And Wednesday showing a little bit of relief here. So we'll go back to the skies. And I'm going to wrap this up. Skies. So for our skies, you'll see there may be some cirrus around, but from time to time, but there'll be plenty of sunshine, hazy sunshine most likely. And then for Tuesday, again, plenty of sunshine. There could be some scattered junk, so yeah, aviation junk sitting around. But other than that, yeah, it looks like there'll be plenty of sun and plenty of heat. And also, if you're in New Jersey, PJM, which is the grid over there, is watching an alert because there is rising demand. The demand has been higher than average for that area, and their maximum generation alert. So this is for the west of us, not the west, but New Jersey was not our grid in Long Island, but the last thing we need is a blackout or some kind of power shortage in this kind of weather. That's always a concern. So that was all I got for you tonight. Stay cool.